What's good, gamers? Slasher here, diving headfirst into the 2010s. The decade that forged modern gaming. We're talking massive releases, mind-blowing tech, skyrocketing sales, and that electric community energy that kept us glued to our screens. Today, we're counting down the top 10 gaming years from 2010 to 2019, ranked by iconic launches, industry impact, and the raw passion that had us all hooked. From dragons to apocalyptic adventures, this is the ultimate throwback. Grab your controller, smash that like button, and let's jump into the chaos, starting with the year Dragon Age, Inquisition, set the world on fire. Kicking off at number 10, we've got 2014. The year Inquisition stormed in with a massive RPG world full of dragons, demons, and choices that felt like they changed everything. This was a strange transitional year right after PS4 and Xbox One launched. We got polished remasters like GTA 5 and The Last of Us looking sharper than ever, but feeling a bit like recycled goods. Inquisition snagged Game of the Year with its deep lore and sprawling map, but those endless fetch quests had the internet grumbling about bloat. Shadow of Mordor was a standout, with its nemesis system making every orc fight personal, a technical feat that still feels ahead of its time. Bayonetta 2 brought stylish combat to the Wii U, but its niche platform meant it flew under the radar. Destiny's loot grind launched huge, but left players wanting more depth in Assassin's Creed Unity. Total disaster! Bugs so bad NPCs were glitching into walls, sparking rants across the community. Sales hit 91 billion globally, up 7% thanks to new consoles, but the internet was more excited about next-gen potential than the actual games. A decent year, but the decade had way bigger hits coming.
Yep. Now you know why I died.
Number 9 is 2016, a year of polished gems that didn't quite have the numbers to dominate. Uncharted 4 wrapped Nathan Drake's story with visuals so stunning it felt like a Hollywood blockbuster, scoring a 93 on Metacritic. Its climbing, shooting, and emotional punches had the internet calling it a masterpiece. Overwatch exploded onto the scene, redefining multiplayer with tight heroes and esports-ready balance, fueling community hype with fan art and tournaments galore. Doom rebooted arena shooters with relentless speed and gore, like 1993 cranked to 11. Stardew Valley, an indie gem, had us farming and romancing pixels, selling over 1 million copies in months. Titanfall 2's slick campaign was a hidden masterpiece, but EA's awful launch timing buried it against Battlefield. Dishonored 2 leveled up stealth creativity, though its PC port stumbled. Sales soared to 108 billion, up 11%, boosted by PSVR's debut and mobile gaming's rise. The community loved the esports energy, but the internet kept saying there weren't enough heavy hitters. Quality over quantity kept 2016 alive, but there were certainly better years to come. Number 8, 2015 was a roller coaster of highs and lows. The Witcher 3 redefined open-world RPGs with a massive map and choices so deep, it's still the gold standard, selling over 40 million copies lifetime and hitting 93 on Metacritic. Geralt's Monster Hunts had the internet raving about side quests that felt like main events. Bloodborne's gothic horror and brutal combat sparked the Souls-like craze, with the community shouting "Get good" on every forum. Fallout 4, though, split fans, bugs, and a simplified RPG system had the internet roasting Bethesda, despite huge sales. Metal Gear Solid 5's stealth tech was unreal, but its half-finished story left players cold. Undertale's meta-RPG genius had the community debating pacifist versus genocide runs for Sana. Rocket League's car soccer chaos exploded into esports. Sales reached 97 billion, up 7%. But Batman, Arkham Knight's PC port, was such a mess it got yanked from Steam. The internet went wild for Witcher and Bloodborne, but the flops held 2015 back from greatness. Number 7 is 2012, a year that leaned hard into storytelling and quiet innovation. Telltale's The Walking Dead hit like an emotional sledgehammer, with choice-driven drama around Lee and Clementine, leaving the internet in tears, selling 8 million episodes. Dishonored's teleporting stealth and creative kills set a new bar for level design freedom, blowing minds with its tech. Borderlands 2's co-op loot shooter chaos kept friend groups hooked, while Far Cry 3's villain Voss became a meme legend W with his insanity rants.
Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change.
XCOM revived turn-based tactics with stakes so high you'd sweat every move. Journey's artsy desert trek stunned with its wordless multiplayer feel. Mass Effect 3's epic scope was incredible, but its ending had the internet raging with petitions for a rewrite. Sales crept to 83 billion, up 5%, steady, but not wild. The community loved the narrative surge, but no all-time juggernauts held it back from the top spots. Number 6 is 2019, closing the decade with bold swings and fresh ideas. Sekiro perfected parry combat. Every clash felt like a samurai duel, with the internet hyping its brutal precision, scoring a 90 on Metacritic. Control's mind-bending physics and creepy atmosphere were a tech marvel, while Death Stranding's weird walking sim had Kojima fans preaching and skeptics confused. Resident Evil 2's remake was a horror masterclass, rebuilding a classic with stunning visuals. Star Wars proved single-player Star Wars could slap, and Devil May Cry 5 brought stylish action back with a bang. Sales dipped to 147 billion after 2018's peak, but the community was buzzing with relief. Single-player games were fighting back against live service fatigue. The internet raved about Sekiro's difficulty and Resident Evil's polish, but Death Stranding's polarizing feel kept 2019 from the top tier. Still, what a way to end the decade.
Whoa! Yeah!
Number 5 is 2011, a year that dropped absolute legends. Skyrim swallowed our lives with dragons, mods, and a world so open it's still alive today. The internet's still sharing modded screenshots with a Metacritic score of 96. Arkham City made you feel like the Dark Knight with buttery combat and a gritty Gotham. Portal 2's co-op puzzles and witty writing were pure genius, while Minecraft's official launch birthed a creative empire. Kids and adults built empires together. Uncharted 3 upped the cinematic ante with set pieces that had jaws dropping. Sales hovered at 79 billion, flat growth. But the cultural impact was massive. Skyrim memes and arrow-to-the-knee jokes ruled the internet. Tech and modding and puzzle design pushed boundaries, but no major industry shakeup kept it out of the top 4. Number 4 is 2018, a blockbuster bonanza that hit like a freight train. Red Dead Redemption 2 redefined open-world realism. Every horse hoofprint and NPC story had the internet dissecting details, selling 61 million copies. God of War rebooted Kratos with a dad energy narrative and axe-throwing combat so tight it felt next-gen, scoring a 94 on Metacritic. Marvel's Spider-Man made web-swinging through New York pure euphoria, while Super Smash Bros. Ultimate united every fighter for chaos that kept Switch owners screaming. Celeste's pixel-perfect platforming and mental health story hit hard. Sales peaked at 152 billion, up 19%, the decade's high point. Community hype was unreal. The internet was flooded with Red Dead screenshots and God of War fan theories. Only Fallout 76's buggy mess tarnished the shine, but this year was a beast. Number 3, the bronze medal goes to 2010, the decade's explosive kickoff. Red Dead Redemption brought Western open worlds to life with a story so gripping it rivaled movies. The internet called it a masterpiece. Mass Effect 2's squad loyalty missions and choice-driven narrative set a new RPG standard, with the suicide mission stressing everyone out. Super Mario Galaxy 2 perfected 3D platforming, while Fallout New Vegas delivered deep RPG chaos despite bugs. Halo Reach wrapped Bungie's saga with emotional multiplayer glory. Indie darling Limbo creeped us out with its art. Sales sat at 78 billion. Steady, but the storytelling tech and community hype, with Mass Effect fan theories everywhere, set the 2010s tone. No major flops, just pure energy.
The game was rigged from the start.
Number 2, the runner-up, is 2013, a year of pure masterpieces. GTA 5 dropped with a world so massive and character switching so seamless, it rewrote open-world tech, selling 200 million copies. The internet still modding it today. The Last of Us delivered an emotional gut punch with Joel and Ellie, a narrative so raw it's still a benchmark, hitting 95 on Metacritic. BioShock Infinite's Sky High Columbia and Twisty Story had minds melting, while Tomb Raider's gritty reboot made Lara a badass again. Sales hit 85 billion, up 2%, but the cultural wave was insane. The internet was flooded with Last of Us fan art and GTA 5 stunt videos. No major duds. Just a year that screamed gaming's peak. The crown goes to 2017, the absolute GOAT of gaming years. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild redefined open worlds with physics so wild you could solve puzzles 10 ways. Switch launch hype had the internet exploding with shrine clips, scoring a 97 on Metacritic. Super Mario Odyssey brought pure joy with cap-jumping madness. Horizon Zero Dawn's Robo-Dinos and lush visuals were a tech flex, while Persona 5's stylish RPG energy had fans simping for Phantom Thieves. Resident Evil 7's VR horror scared us senseless, and Cuphead's retro art slayed. Sales rocketed to 128 billion, up 19%. Community hype was unmatched. The internet was a shrine to Breath of the Wild fan theories and Persona cosplay. No flops, just diverse, innovative magic. 2017, you're the king.
Always! Watch this! Show's over! Splendid! Maybe we overdid it. That was a fancy KO!
Holy crap, what a decade! From transitional stumbles to genre-defining legends, the 2010s gave us gaming's golden age. Which year's your GOAT? Drop it in the comments, hit that subscribe button for more gaming deep dives, and share this with your squad. Slasher out, see you in the next one!